Premier League is back. Usually a changing of the guard at the time. Argentina Sickers scores a goal for Gormalia.
Thank you very much for watching WTV Sports Center. My name is Elijah Mwangi.
And I'm Stephen Mirango.
Today we start our show right here at Safaricom Stadium in Kasarani, where the Kenyan athletic team is getting it ready for Bahamas next month.
Well, the athletes are on their mats and set ready to go to the World Relay Championships in the Bahamas. And just like last year, the Kenyan team will be hoping to bag more gold medals and set the world record.
And remember, this is a super action weekend. We are having the derby in England, where Manchester City will be taking on Manchester United. Back here in Kenya, Gor Mahia will be playing AFC Leopards on Sunday. So we have a lot of these stories in this sports show. But first of all, let's see some of the stories that are making news in the world of sports. Now we start our show with the news that Safaricom National Relay Championship last evening is what was used to select the team that will represent Kenya in Bahamas next month. Kenya will be under pressure to perform during these competitions because last edition they bagged the world record in 4x1500 meters and also won gold in 4x800 men. Now Steve Dirango attended that event and has the following report.
Kenya will be hoping to repeat last year's success at the World Relay Championships that will be held at the Bahamas in May. Kenya is hosting this event at the Safaricom Kasarani Stadium, where they're hoping to select a team that will represent the country. Among other teams that are participating in this event include Nigeria, Botswana, Uganda and South Africa. We spoke to some of the participants of this event and this is what they had to say.
Zoezi imekuwa poa. Tumejiandaa vyema na tunajua team mahali tunaenda, we are going to present the team. Kenya team, I mean.
You have passion with athletics and you do think about it. Yeah, it's not just like that. You have to train, you have to work hard and have to put your mind positive about everything you're about to do.
We expect much more from Bahamas. Obviously, we expect to perform much better than what we did last time. We got the finals for the 4x200 last time. We were number 5 overall. So we expect to do a top 3 this time around and better our time because we're going to compete against the big giants with the Jamaicans and States. So it should be a good tournament. I think we'll do better. Yeah, and for the young athletes, just keep pushing on. This sport is all about patience, especially athletics. Nothing comes overnight. So you just have to push on. Things may go wrong in the start, but after a while, if you're consistent and persistent, it's a guarantee to go well.
Okay, we are really expecting to take some of our athletes to Bahamas because the last time out we had about 6 athletes from Kenyan prisons. So this time round we are trying to improve on that number and probably we'll do something at least. Maybe we're expecting to take like maybe 10 athletes or more.
Well, just as Coach Collins has put it, we hope all the best for the team that travels to Bahamas to represent Kenya. And also we hope that the doping menace will finally fade away from the Kenyan athletic scene. Reporting for WTV Sports Center, my name is Stephen Dirango from the Safaricom Kasarani Stadium.
Well, we wish our team all the best when it travels to Bahamas next month. Now, focusing on rugby, the Kenyan Sevens team will be hoping to redeem its glory this weekend when it goes to Glasgow Sevens after back-to-back disappointing legs in Hong Kong. and Tokyo. The Kenya Sevens team will be heading to Glasgow this weekend, hoping to register a better performance than the last two Asian legs in Hong Kong and Tokyo respectively. Kenya is pitted against IRB Sevens leaders South Africa, third-ranked New Zealand and ninth-placed Samoa. This means that Kenya is on the brink of being relegated with only one team separating them with the relegation zone. The last team will be relegated when the season of 2014-2015 comes to a close in May. And it's that time of the year yet again when the traditional rivals in Kenyan football meet. AFC Leopards and Gor Mahia are set to showcase the Nairobi Derby this weekend. The two teams have not met this season and therefore they will not know what to expect in that match. Both teams have also new head coaches and a select number of players on each team, hence making it possible to have a mouth-watering encounter. AFC Leopards will also be looking up to put a first-rate kind of a tournament to beat the Tusker Premier League champions, who have not lost even a single match so far. The 2017 Africa Cup of Nations is set to be staged in Gabon. This is after the war-torn Libya pulled out from hosting the tournament, citing security reasons. The Harambee Stars' dream of qualifying for the Africa Cup of Nations will have to be realized in the hard way this time, after the country was pulled in a tough group. The group consists of former champions Zambia, Congo, Brazzaville and Guinea-Bissau. Bob Williamson has however expressed optimism in the Kenyan team, saying that all the teams have equal chances of qualifying to be in the Africa Cup of Nations. In English Premier League, it's a clash of the Titans on Sunday as Manchester City takes on Manchester United. The last meeting between the two teams saw the Blues snatch a 1-0 victory against the Red Devils. Interestingly, Mark Lattenberg has been appointed as the referee despite his controversial refereeing every time when Manchester United is playing. The match will be played in Manchester United's home stadium, Old Trafford, on Sunday at 6 p.m. And now to matters golf. The Barclays Kenya Open Golf Tournament is currently underway in Karen, and importantly to note is that the event has been sponsored by Coca-Cola Company to the tune of 14 million Kenya shillings.
I am proud to announce our sponsorship totaling an amount of 14 million shillings for the 2015 Barclays Kenya Open. This is the 6th year in a row that we have sponsored this tournament and retained our platinum sponsorship category, which is a tier only second to the title sponsor. This sponsorship of golf and other sporting activities in Kenya is a strong demonstration of the Coca-Cola Company's continued commitment to active, healthy living, not just locally, but across the globe.
And we expect, as was said, 156 players, of which 100 are international, 106 are international, and 50 are from a selection that we will make. Now, the 50 will be selected as follows. There will be 22 professionals from Kenya nominated by the PGK of Kenya who gain automatic entry from us. There will also be 6 who have been nominated by the Sunshine Tour from South Africa who will have entry. And then we will have reciprocation from 8 different clubs on the Challenge Tour in Europe. And then we have 6 amateurs nominated by the Kenya Golf Union, bringing to a total 42 places taken out of the 50. The other 8 will be wildcard entries, and normally that is used to encourage players from places like Uganda, Rwanda, and other smaller countries where golf is trying to be encouraged as well. Now, for information, this was supposed to be the second tournament of the Challenge Tour this year. But unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever way you may look at it, the first event, which was supposed to be held from the 19th to the 22nd of March, which is last week, in the Madeira Open, was actually rained off. So it had to be postponed after 36 holes. There was so much rain they could not continue. So the Kenya Open is going to be the first tournament in the Challenge Tour this year.
And now to our player of the week. This week we focus on Collins Injera, the legend, and we bring you his time and career as a rugby player. Thank you very much for keeping us company. We are glad that you are still watching WTV Sports Center. Now we almost come to the close of our show. But before that, we have an analysis of some of the major matches that will be played this weekend. Remember, we have the English Premier League derby, Manchester United versus Manchester City. And also here at home, we have Gor Mahia playing AFC on Sunday. So now I'm joined by my co-host, man, Steve. Man, glad to have you. Maybe, what do you take of the match on Sunday here in Kenya, Gor Mahia versus AFC?
Well, like you said, it's a very big match of the season. We've been waiting for it all year. And I think it will be a cracker of a match. It will be a surprise, I would tell everyone that, because we have a fairly new team on both sides and fairly new coaches on both sides as well. So I think it will be a very interesting game to watch. Yes.
Now there's this coach, you know, his name is a bit tricky. He's called Dravko.
Dravko, yes.
Yeah. Sure. What do you expect the kind of a performance that he will pull out on that day?
Well, I'm sure he wants to outwit his former employers, Gor Mahia, and so he knows the players very well, and he will be able to know what to expect from Gor Mahia, what kind of gameplay they are going to bring into this game, into this derby. Yes.
Your predictions, and maybe if you have a team that you think will win, you tell us why you think it will carry the day.
Well, Gor Mahia has been unbeaten so far in the league. AFC Leopards has been slipping a little bit, but I'm sure they will want to show the Gor Mahia side that they are not underdogs in this league. And according to me, my prediction is a draw.
Oh, a draw. You know, every time we have a draw, Gor Mahia loses. Sometimes it gets ugly because of hooliganism. Do you expect any scenes like that on Sunday?
Well, Elijah, let's hope it doesn't come to that. Let's hope that the passion of the game just stays on the field and doesn't spill over to the stands and cause mayhem and that kind of thing.
Oh, and maybe I almost forgot, maybe we should have started with the road to Bahamas, because here at Kasarani, of course, it's onto your marks at the moment. So what do you think of the performance of the Kenyan athletics team in Bahamas?
Well, like what they did last year, they really performed exemplary well. Nobody was expecting that.
Yeah.
They bagged a few gold medals and they also broke a few world records. And so I'm sure that they'll be hoping to maintain the same kind of performance going into this tournament in May.
Now, something has really been disturbing, or rather, the athletics Kenya has been struggling with the doping menace. What do you think of the doping situation in Kenya?
Well, it's a sad situation, and I'm hoping that we'll have a right mind frame in our athletes to ensure that they work hard and they do not rely on other supplements, the banned supplements, to make sure that their game stays up and also their credibility is maintained in the world of athletics.
And now let's cross our borders and go to England, where we'll have the derby, Man City taking on Manchester United. Now that will be a very tricky match, because last time, you remember, Manchester City won 1-0. So this time, do you expect anything different?
Well, I expect a turnaround of events, because I'm sure Manchester United do not want to lose in their home ground. And coming off the back of 4 wins, Manchester United is really in good form. The likes of Wayne Rooney, the likes of Fellaini, they're really scoring goals, and I'm sure they will not disappoint in tomorrow's and in Sundays.
But Man City is on top of the Premier League. No, sorry, we have Chelsea there.
Yes.
But now, of course, Man City is above Manchester United on the table.
Well, I think that's just points.
Yeah. Do you think Man City will let go of that title hope?
Well, I think their time is up.
Yeah.
And the team itself is aging and it's losing. Yes, it's aging and it's losing its momentum. And I think that Manchester United is going to carry the day.
Oh, okay. Of course, we cannot end this conversation before talking of your team, Arsenal.
Well,
don't know. Yeah.
Well, you can say that Arsenal is coming for your team, that is Chelsea. 6 wins in 6 matches. Yeah, that is a very, very good, form coming into the league.
Yes.
And I'm sure Chelsea are looking at their back. They're looking to see if Arsenal is going to win the next game. So the pressure is on Chelsea. This league is Chelsea's league to lose. I accept. But if they lose, we'll be very willing to take it.
Of course, I like the way, you guys of Arsenal, I'll keep on saying this. Next. I wonder if Arsenal Football is a TV series so that you keep on talking about the next season. But anyway, finally, the rugby. we have the Glasgow that's happening. Any improvement? Remember now we are 13, just one team separating us between the performing teams and the teams to be relegated coming to the close of this season in May. Any change?
I'm just hoping we finish with a bang because I'm really scared of the Kenya Sevens rugby team. But I'm sure it's just a little bit of experience that is lacking. Yeah. And since they brought in the experience late into the series, we couldn't really catch up. But I'm sure next season will be a turning point. It should be a turnaround. And I'm just hoping that Glasgow will be a turnaround as well.
Oh man, that has been Steve Dirango, one of our sports writer here at WTV Sports Center. And we can only hope that the Kenya rugby will at least improve in
the
Glasgow. And also our Kenyan team here, the road to Bahamas, will have more medals. So that has been WTV Sports Center. I've been your host, Elijah Mwangi.
And I'm Steven Dirango.
Till next time.
Goodbye.